This breaking input is also pertinent to the Prajwal Revanna sex scandal case, where Bhavani Revanna has yet got another notice from SIT pertaining to victim kidnapping case. Now, SIT officials are going to reach Bhavani Revanna's residence in Hassan for questioning tomorrow. These are latest inputs that we are tracking at this point of time. Now, trouble seems to be mounting for Revanna family as SIT has now sent another notice to Bhavani Revanna. Now, joining us on the broadcast is our colleague Akshara. Very good morning, Akshara. Take us through all the latest details, especially with Bhavani Revanna's interrogation that is going to be held tomorrow.
Well, you see, this is pertaining to the kidnapping of a particular victim who was a victim of the sexual exploitation by H.D. Revanna. And remember, this was the same case in which H.D. Revanna was arrested and later got bail. That they had allegedly kidnapped one of the victims and placed her in one of these private farmhouses. So this was the particular case, and it was alleged that H.D. Revanna's wife, Bhavani Revanna, was also involved in the kidnapping of this particular victim. And the SIT had earlier sent a notice to Bhavani Revanna to ensure that she attends the questioning, and to which Bhavani Revanna had purportedly responded that she will be available at Hole Narsipura in Hassan district of Karnataka if the SIT wants to question them. And the SIT has once again sent a notice wherein in that particular notice copy they have mentioned that Bhavani Revanna had requested to ensure that they go there and carry out the questioning pertaining to this kidnapping case. And as per that, the SIT officials have stated that they will be going to Hassan district of Karnataka, where Bhavani Revanna's residence is there, and they'll go anytime between 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. to ensure that they question her pertaining to this case. Now, remember, as I mentioned earlier, this is one of the cases in which H.D. Revanna was arrested. When there was an allegation that H.D. Revanna and his close aide Satish Babu, they too were accused of kidnapping this particular victim to ensure that she go out and give out a particular statement against the Revanna family, and Bhavani Revanna was said to be one of those individuals who was involved in this particular case. So hence another notice has been issued, and the SIT officials are likely to go to Hassan tomorrow to ensure that they question Bhavani Revanna pertaining to this case.
Right, Akshara. I'll request you to stay with us on the broadcast for more details. But joining us on the broadcast is our colleague Harish. A very good morning, Harish. Harish, take us through what has been the public reaction and sentiment on the ground. First, with respect to this entire case, and second, the Prajwal Revanna's arrest last night.
Well, if you look at the public reaction, there's a lot of anger, especially in Hassan. We've seen rallies yesterday that have taken place by various progressive groups and women's group, and all of them are demanding that this case is taken to a logical conclusion. Prajwal Revanna is punished for the crimes that he's perpetrated. Now, 2-3 aspects that one needs to consider. After his arrest from the Bangalore International Airport, the CID has managed to seize his phone and also a suitcase that he was carrying. This is part of the process to establish if this is the phone that was used to record the videos, one. Second, also who was he in touch with, the communication that he's done, and also to look at the kind of data that's stored on this device. And in a short while from now, roughly around 10:30, 11 is when he'll be taken to the Bowring Hospital for a medical checkup. Post that, they will produce him before a magistrate and they will seek his custody. They will say that in a case of this nature, his custodial interrogation is very important. There are various aspects that needs to be done as part of investigation process, whether taking him to Hassan where some of these crimes have taken place and do a spot mass there. That is one aspect, so they'll have to take him there. The identification parade needs to happen. That's another aspect. They also need to interrogate him, question him based on the kind of details that they have unearthed in their investigation so far. So all these aspects need to be taken into account. At the same time, you will have Prajwal Revanna's legal team which will seek a bail for him. Remember, there was an anticipatory bail plea that was filed day before yesterday. It was adjourned for today, but with his arrest, that becomes infructuous. In a way, in layman's term, it becomes irrelevant now. So there is an option for Prajwal Revanna's legal team to either seek an interim bail or a regular bail. That's one option. But what has happened over the last month will completely go against Prajwal Revanna. The fact that he's been absconding, he hasn't responded to 3 notices of the SIT.
Right.
There's a blue corner notice against him. The SIT will say that there is a risk if this man is given a bail, and they'll also argue that in a case of this nature, they'll need at least 7 to 10 days of his custody to complete the investigation process. So that will happen throughout the day today.
Right, Harish, since we are already tracking the legal proceedings of this entire matter, take us through how has the SIT built its case against Prajwal Revanna, especially after his arrest?
Well, two, three aspects that they have done much before his arrest is to ensure that the statements of some of these victims are recorded in front of the magistrate to give it a little more legal value. That's something that they've done. They've recorded those statements before a magistrate. They've also recorded statements of others. They've also arrested people who have been accused